Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We are live, and right now, this story has many of you, DBL Nation, fired up. Two transgender teens are winning race after race at a Connecticut high school. They were born male, but now identify as females, and they're breaking records left and right, coming in first and second place. But now parents and students are speaking out, saying it's not fair to let these teens compete with the rest of the girls' team. This is a tough one for me. I'm a former student athlete. I am also, I would like to think, a huge activist when it comes to the LGBTQ.
You are. You don't think you are.
What do you think about that? Thank you. What do you think about that?
This is a tough one because, I mean, there's a biological and a sociological aspect to this. I mean, biologically, when you're growing up as a boy, especially when you're undergoing puberty, I mean, you're getting that bone structure and that musculature you're going to have for the rest of your life. And even if you do start to transition into estrogen as you transition into being a female, those muscles are still there and developed, and it is going to give you an advantage. But sociologically, as a person that has a very close family member to myself that is transgendered, I mean, me telling him that he couldn't compete would break my heart, and that's not fair. So what do you do? But it's tough.
It's just, it's not fair. That's what it is.
It's not fair. You're
that's
right.
why there's the NBA and the WNBA. Because and nobody wants to hear this, but men are better athletes, and it's not fair if a man is competing against a woman. If it was fair, there would be the NBA. It wouldn't be the WNBA. It'd just be one. So
what do you do? Then
you have to organize. Like if someone's transgender, maybe have like races for them specifically. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't think
that sounded sensitive.
I don't think separate is equal ever when it really comes down to it. I think that you're just being honest. I don't think
that's insensitive at all.
I think that what we're saying is, first of all, men aren't necessarily better athletes. They just have more muscle genetically. But I really fear for this.
Which makes them better athletes, but keep going.
I think that we're looking at this wrong. If I had a child who was competing against someone who was transgendered and was born male but competing against females, I would say that this is a really incredible lesson in life, because life isn't fair, and there's always going to be somebody who is better than you, stronger than you, prettier than you, and you just kind of have to get used to this, and this is a really great lesson. I think that what they really should be doing is focusing on trying to achieve that level of athleticism. Maybe they'll never get there because genetically they're not predisposed to do that, but in order to try, that might make them a far more superior athlete by having that competition in the long run.
Amen. I don't think discrimination's the answer.
Not at all. But what if somebody says, I need this, this is the only way I can go to college is on a track scholarship. I've known this since the 5th grade, and I've been working. I'm up to states, and I lost to going to state because of somebody that was transgender.
Or lost out on your scholarship.
That's updating policy then, which is a conversation. The reason why there's a need for this conversation.
Definitely. Yeah.
Big time. And we want DBL Nation to chime in, please. We love hearing what you have to say.